What up, dudes? It's Gaz, and welcome back to another Warframe video. So we just got the release date for the new INFESTED LICH update, which, was delayed from 2024, and a ton of new information for the Pseudo exalted reworks, and a lot more. So let's go into the Devstream overview for Devstream number 185. If you enjoy these types of videos, we do lots of overview videos and build videos on this channel, so make sure you're sub. And also, I'll be doing a deep dive on the dev workshop tomorrow because there's a lot to go over. This will be more of an overview of the entire stream itself. So let's hop right in. Okay, so as far as the overview on this stream, we talked a lot about the new Warframe temple, so we'll talk about those abilities. But first things first, we have the March 7th 12th anniversary starting up, and we have a new ephemera you're going to get just from logging into the game. And it's going to go nicely with the Dex Cyandana from previous anniversary years. You will be able to get every anniversary item ever made in this 12th anniversary event. So if you don't have some of that stuff, like the Dex Sabaris or whatever, they're good weapons to have. So moving on, we have a Warframe guitar giveaway happening at some point. It's going to be a crossover with the band Periphery. And there's a good look at it right there. Got some Steam and Discord stickers that are animated, look great. And as far as the new proto frames, here they are. There are mixed emotions from many players as far as the implementation of these proto frames, as if you looked at my Warframe Devstream bingo card from the other day, I said, maybe they won't be dateable. It turns out the proto frames from this batch are not dateable, okay? So just keep that in mind. And also, some of these frames might be, romantically involved, and you are the marriage counselor. So as far as the frames you're getting the new proto frames on, you got Saren proto frame, Frost proto frame, Nova proto frame, and Temple proto frame. So the new frame Temple will be a proto frame right away, and you got Saren, Nova, and Frost. So good choices, but yes, in the lore, Saren is married to Frost, which means if you care about the frickin' dating sim or whatever, that is going to be maybe a potential bummer for you. I'm not too worried about it myself, because they're going to still be, properly put together skins and all that. But don't expect the exact magnitude of what you got in the Hex quest with these as far as that aspect. There will still be some Kim dating sim conversation stuff, but there's a great picture of all of them right there. And as far as the abilities of Temple, we'll go over that here in a little bit later. But let's talk about the new missions in 1999 for this update. So if you know what EDA is, Elite Deep Archimedia, on the Kavia, we're getting a second EDA. It's called Elite Temporal Archimedia, and here it is right now. Now, as far as the requirements to do this, you need to be rank 5 with the Hex Syndicate to get access to this on a weekly basis, and it will consume 2 of your Netracell search pulses just like a normal EDA on the Kavia. So so you're pulling from your 5 total potential search pulses, 2 of them for this. So if you do both EDAs on a weekly basis, get ready for the new weekly reset video for sure, you will be doing 1 EDA, 1 Temporal Archimedia, TDA, or whatever it's called, and then you'll have 1 Netracell search pulse afterwards to do a normal Netracell, okay? So 2 there, 2 here, and the loot should be relatively similar. We did get some screenshots of this loot. Keep in mind that it's still a placeholder, but Tau Shards will be a common drop from some of these tiers. Additionally, some people complain that EDAs are too hard. There's a new sticker system that gives you buffs, like this one right here. Rank 1, chance to resist knockdown. Some of the other ones. On Eximus kill, chance to drop an elemental ammo pack. So these are going to be bonuses that you can add onto these missions. For example, let's say for the Exterminate, I wanted to get a knockdown resistance. You could throw that on there. These don't really feel necessary, but that's going to be on there if you're going to have, maybe you have crappy gear. Maybe you have, Caliban and the Mutilus Quanta. It's not the stuff for you. Maybe throwing on a knockdown recovery thing could help you out. At the same time, it's just a little extra cute little thing. It's not really going to be that important. Another buff right here adds 10% cold damage to primaries on secondary weapons, and you'll receive freeze force augment if you get an assist. So that's cool. So good stuff there. Here's some of the loot you can get that's not going to be the old stuff like Archon Shards. You've got whatever this is supposed to be. I think they're cosmetics, actually. And we also have some new arcanes, too. As far as what these arcanes do, prepare to be whelmed, okay? I mean, maybe we could think of some fun stuff, but as far as it seems right now, I'm not really too excited about these new arcanes that seem to come only from these new updates. Arcane Escapist. On Mercy Kill, gain a stack of Escapist, up to 10 stacks. Every 5 stacks, grant a revive, and 12 seconds of invincibility after taking fatal damage. So, I mean, I could see it. 12 seconds of invincibility after you get 10 mercy kills. There is a new mercy shotgun on the way that gives you guaranteed mercy kills, what it looks like. So that could be potentially a thing. But yeah, not exactly the most amazing arcane that I've ever seen. Next, Arcane Universal Fallout. On each rad proc stance on an enemy gives a chance to give a universal orb on enemy death. So if you have and this is also going to be for your Warframe too. So it's like for rad procs, I guess, if you need universal orbs. So, if you throw on a new core, you'll be dropping universal orbs from your new core, or, maybe a radiation mod, or maybe you're playing Corvex, the new augment we got to see today. Maybe this could help you out. Not exactly the arcane for me, just like the last one, but at least this third one seems kind of interesting. Arcane Hotshot. Gain 6% weapon critical chance for 10 seconds when using an ability that does fire damage on enemies. Maximum of 50 stacks. So, for frames like Ember, frames like Gauss, maybe even Thermal Sunder Titania, you'll put heat procs enemies, you get whatever, 6 times 50, so like 300% crit chance on weapons. Now, is it going to be additive? Is it going to be multiplicative? It probably will be multiplicative, but if it was additive, that'd be guaranteed red crits. So yeah, these are your 3 new arcanes. Can't say I'm, jumping up and down with excitement with these ones, but we'll see when they actually come out. And of course, you will get Archon shards from that too. So as far as where Frost and Saren will be hanging out, you got a bar situation over here, and you'll be able to buy Scald weapons from Saren, and I believe there's some arcanes over here too. And also, the furniture salesman will be Frost. You've also got Temple over here. You'll get Temple from the air quotes new mode, which is just going to be it's going to be basically Luma defense on the new tile set. But here's how you get Temple. These resources right here. And as you can see, there's going to be... so when you do talk to Saren and Frost, you will talk to them both at the same time because they're married. And Saren is not married to you, just to remind you. DE is sorry about that, but they made a decision. So here's another look at the Infested Lich. We got a look at the ephemeras for the Infested Lich, some of them. We got some spikes right here. We got a creepy spider one. We got a spear through your body. And a eyeball. So pretty cool. Then here's a preview of some of the infested ones down here as well. This one's going to be your heart outside of your body is an ephemera, which will be pretty crazy, and I might actually have to rock that one. Those are some art for the new stickers. Here's a look at Proto Frost in-game. He looks really good. Here's Proto Saren in-game. And the new weapon called the Riot 848, which is basically going to be Temple's signature pistol. It will be very similar to the Kantare. You fire out bullets, and they come back to you and deal damage back on the way. Proto Nova in-game. Got got a nose ring, looking pretty cool. Got a stuffed animal on their backpack, or on their back. And then here is Proto Temple in-game. Now, Proto Temple has some really cool idle animations, so yeah, I'm looking forward to Temple. Now, I will go ahead and say, I'm going to skip ahead a little bit. Their abilities don't seem that insanely OP. Like, if you look at my bingo card, they are not Dante 2.0. They're not. They seem like a fun, decent frame, but nothing meta-defining. Although they do have an exalted flamethrower, so that's kind of cool. Taking a brief look at the exalted guitar flamethrower right here. I'm assuming this is modded because it has 87% crit chance and 5.1 multiplier. I am highly doubting that is the base stats of this weapon. But yeah, there's a good look at it. And Temple is looking pretty cool, but we'll see how powerful Temple actually is in-game. There's the alt helmet for Temple. And a quick look at the signature weapon of Temple. Okay, so now here we come to the part with Temple's abilities. I'm going to go ahead and show you some gameplay of this one. Now, the thing about Temple's abilities, you might like this, you might not like this. Temple has a metronome mechanic to them. So, you don't have to be on rhythm, but you get bonus stuff when you are on rhythm. So, that might already kill it from some people right now. Now, there is a fire meter in that metronome in the middle. That's going to be your exalted your exalted ammo, basically. So as far as what the abilities do, first ability of Temple is going to release these like fire pillars in front of you. If you do you push the button on the appropriate metronome, it will be even more fire pillars, and that is also, like I said, that is their helmet. The second ability is going to create some speakers that will deafen enemies and cause more crits. The third ability is going to be, you basically go invincible and fully heal your shields and health. And you become invincible for a period of time. And then you're looking at right now the Exalted Flamethrower, which is going to be Temple's ulti. Now, as far as what this ulti will do, it is a flamethrower, but you can also do some forced procs too. So if you push once you're in Exalted form, if you push one of those buttons, you can do either corrosive procs, viral procs, magnetic procs, or cold procs. And as far as Temple's passive, the passive is when you're on the rhythm of it, you get, I believe, increased effects on some of these abilities. So more crits from the second ability, more fire pillars from the first. I don't remember what the third ability special effect was. Maybe you go invincible for longer. But yeah, guys, if this is not looking like your kind of idea of fun, you might just want to, maybe get Temple for mastery or something, because they look cool, but they also don't look that meta. So yeah, we'll see about that. But either way, I think Temple looks pretty cool, and we'll see how they actually end up shaking up in the meta of Warframe. And we'll do more of a deep dive on this stuff in the future probably, but for right now, I just want to give you an overview of the stream. So yeah, good stuff there. Fire pillars, lots of fire for sure. And now here's the air quotes new game mode. I don't really call this a fully new game mode. They call it with a twist, and it definitely is very close to normal defense. So you're going to, it's called stage defense. You're going to be defending Temple in this game mode, and there will be a mini Demolist at the end of every 3 waves that will try to destroy the objective. That's the main twist here. That's really all there is. That's probably where you're going to farm Temple from, so just be aware of that if you don't want to grind that, this is basically just grinding normal defense over and over again, you might want to just buy Temple potentially. I'm going to probably buy Temple's bundle too. Here is Gyre Deluxe, looking really good with the Ultranox Deluxe skin too. Too bad it's only for the Ultranox. But yeah, we got a great look on Gyre here, and I'll probably end up making a new Gyre build because Gyre's getting a new augment too. Okay, so yeah, really nice stuff there, really great look. Ultranox not the best weapon in the game, but looks great. Now here's a little fun one. We got, I'm going to call it Warframe cart getting added. Now I'm not sure if this is multiplayer. I hope it is multiplayer. But yeah, we have like a little mini Rainbow Road kind of like racing thing here, which will have weekly leaderboards of who can do the race the fastest. So yeah, it would be fun if there's multiplayer. They did not show it with multiplayer on stream. I'm hoping it does because this would be fun with the mess around with chat. But yeah, minimal rewards for this. Is more of a for fun thing. You get like a floof and stuff like that. So just a more for fun little Mario Kart thing with no shells or anything like that. Okay, so we're on the Pseudo exalted rework. Again, I will have a full overview on this tomorrow. But some of the long story short, from what I first saw, big buffs to Atlas, pretty big buff to Ashe too. But who knows about Gar? We'll see more in the future. But Korra herself did get nerfed because remember, now that Stat 6 have been removed in this update, Incarnate perks aren't going to work, Ribbons aren't going to work. It's all just Korra and the mods in this game. No Ribbons allowed. So, yes, for players that had maximum God Roll Ribbons, the devs literally apologized on stream. They're like, we know, okay, if you have a God Roll Korra Ribbon, you are 1% of the player base, they basically said. And we apologize, but 99% of the player base thought it was too confusing. It was basically what they were saying. It's a big L for us, but at the same time, they're the ones that developed this game. This is a change made for new players, in my opinion, because in their words, it was too confusing. So, if you don't hyper-focus on Korra like I kind of do, it is a pretty good change overall. Frames like Mesa will get a arcane slot on their pistol, which means you can like get overguard from like Fortify or whatever. We'll do a deep dive on this tomorrow, but yeah, pretty big buff to Atlas's Fist, getting like from 5 to 35% crit chance and like 5 to 15% status chance, so good stuff there. A bunch of stuff we'll cover tomorrow, but yeah, long story short, it should be overall a good change for most frames if you don't hyper-focus on Korra. And like mods you couldn't equip before are also allowed to be equipped, so that's nice too. Okay, so we've got some quick Ashe overview stuff here for Ashe's mini rework. You're going to be getting more damage from your shuriken. You can build melee combo with your shuriken. You also get more shurikens you throw. And the base duration of smoke screens is going from 8 seconds to 12 seconds. A massive, massive buff to the duration of smoke screens. So yeah, you will be a lot like this is making Loki feel a little bit jealous right now because I believe that's around the same duration that Loki has at base. So good for Ashe. Loki's looking like he might need a little bit more touch-ups pretty soon after all these things we go through. Additionally, Teleport, the third ability of Ashe, now has the augment built in. So Fatal Teleport is built into the ability. And additionally, there's a new augment for Fatal Teleport called Quick Teleport, which will give you increased parkour velocity after doing a finisher kill. And also, I believe there's some changes too, where if you get a finisher kill while invisible, you will extend the duration of the invisibility. And also, if you get a mercy kill, it resets the duration of your invisibility, which means you can be basically permanent invisible with mercy kills specifically. So good stuff there, but we'll cover that tomorrow extensively. Moving on, you can mod Blaze obviously. We got some new Tenogen here. We got a Varuna skin. So we got Styanax, Varuna, and some armor and Cyandanas. The Varuna skin is looking really good. I'll probably end up buying that one. Just some looks at that stuff right there. And now let's go over these new augment mods for 4 different frames. So we got a Wisp augment, a Comey augment, a Corvex augment, and a Gyre augment. And the Gyre augment sounds really strong, just a heads up. Okay, for Wisp, it will create you will get 2 Wisp Specters that will cast a triple blast of Soulgate, leaving a radiated fire zone on the ground for X seconds. It's basically like you create a Nightwatch Napalm, is how I'd explain it. You cast the ability, it's not like going to be channeled anymore. You just drop a Nightwatch Napalm on the ground, and it is going to be hopefully pretty good. It looked decent in the footage they showed us, but yeah. Next, Comey augment for Omikuji. Reduce Omikuji's cooldown by X seconds when you kill enemy with a weapon effects of Comey's passive. So, not exactly the most exciting augment, but it does seem like it'd be kind of okay. Moving on to an actual exciting one right here. Corvex getting another augment before Caliban got one. So, as far as the new one for Caliban, or for Corvex, it's called Crucible Blast Augment, or there's no actual name for it yet. Crucible Blast becomes a channeled ability. This is the ulti of Corvex, consuming X energy per second that ramps up. Active pillars will trigger a chain reaction and freeze their duration, but your mobility is greatly reduced. You become a nuclear reactor with this augment. You will no longer have a death laser. You become the death laser now. So you basically will radiate out death, and you'll be slowed down. This definitely sounds pretty fun with his other augment, Wrecking Wall. So maybe you have to check that one out, because I'm not a big Corvex player personally. This might change it. Another augment for a frame I don't play that much. Arc Sphere augment for Gyre. Get a load of this one. This is really good sounding. Projectiles that cross through Arc Sphere have a guaranteed electric status effect and X% increased electric damage. So look at this, like Saren's Toxic Lash, one of the best abilities in the game, mixed with Volt's Electric Shield. And also it gives guaranteed electric, just like Saren's Toxic Lash. So that is going to be some nasty DOTs, and also buff your electric damage too. So really, really, really powerful stuff. You're going to probably want the Helmuthoff Gyre's 2 instead of her 1 going forward. And I'll make a new Gyre build once this comes out too, because it definitely has me interested with that new skin. So pretty okay augments for some of these characters. But no Caliban augment. Here's a look at the Wisp one, dropping the Nightwatch Napalm. And all this stuff is from the previous stream, but yeah, we're getting more ribbon slots, defense missions going from 5 to 3 waves, etc., etc. And your Omniform will be a thing too. Okay, this is more for new players, but they are removing the Necromech requirement for the new war. Yes, if you didn't know this, minor spoilers, you use the Necromech for under 5 minutes in the new war, and it takes like hours to farm it for some players. So they are doing that big, great change, hopefully to get more people into the late game missions in Warframe, not having to go out of the way to farm a Necromech. That's a really big, slog. So, great stuff there. And then also Arcwing Launcher segment instantly delivered on Beat the Arcwing quest. These are great changes for new players. Additionally, you can individually mute certain things, like you can mute proto frame voices over without having to go to the transitions thing and more. Additionally, prorated bundles. If you bought one part of a bundle, it will discount the rest of the bundle. It's crazy we waited 12 years for that, but it's also awesome they're finally adding it. Face Off is getting a mini little change to it where during certain times of day, there will be a boost in Face Off to give you more rep. That's it. Certain times of day will have a Face Off boost, as you can see right here. We don't know what time of day it will be at. It's just, who knows? Will it save Face Off? Probably not, but it will maybe make it not take 11 games to win. So yeah, good stuff there. So you get these individual muting settings, which are pretty nice. Also, don't forget the new Elemental Vice item. It will allow you to change your Lich weapon at any time to any element you want, as long as you have 5 form on already. It's not going to be 100k rep when it comes out, apparently, but it's also going to just be 20 plat in the market, too. These will also drop from the new EDA, too, if you want to get them from there. Think of these as melee arcane adapters. All right, so as far as some other stuff here, this is just an overview of all the stuff they've been talking about. Yep, okay, so yeah, just going over all this stuff. Infested Lich. 13 new Infested Lich weapons. 5 new Scaldra weapons. New skins and outfits. New Gyre Deluxe skin too. Kim system improvements. Defense mission wave reduction. Omniform getting added. Pseudo exalted reworks. 60th new Warframe Temple. 4 new proto frames, which, a reminder, are going to be Frost, Saren, Nova, and Temple. There's gonna be a new part of the mall where you can do your EDA stuff and the little bar area. It's actually called Temporal Archimedia, the new EDA. New defense mission called Stage Defense, which is, air quotes new. Gyre and Ultinox Deluxe, again, they put it on there twice. And yeah, good stuff on here. So, now that we've gone through all this stuff, how was the dev stream overall? I will say, I enjoyed it, but at the same time, I feel like it was a little bit like, how's the exact way to put it? A little bit, they fluffed it up a little bit more than it probably should have been. I would not call that new game mode a new game mode personally. It is literally just Lua defense. Like you upstairs, you kill enemies like normal. They said there's a new Demolith that spawns in there. Hardly saw it. They had a glitch on stream where they couldn't show it. But once you beat the first wave, though, you go into the basement of the defense mission. It's like we're just doing the same thing. Now at least it is endless. Because if it wasn't endless, it would be just like Shrine Defense all over again. So I'm conflicted on that. Now, as far as Temple's power level, from what we've seen right now, Temple's power level does not seem as high as I thought it would be. I thought that Temple was about to be Dante 2.0 because of the new frame of 2025. From immediately looking at it, Temple might have survivability problems. They probably won't have damage problems at least, but yeah, survivability problems seem like they might be inbound. So yeah, but beyond that, there's going to be a ton of stuff to do with infested liches. It's a massive update, so just because every little thing isn't exactly the way you like it isn't that big of a deal in my opinion. But yeah, this would be where you're going to farm Temple, so if you want to just play a defense mission, be my guest, but I'll probably just end up buying Temple for like 300 plat or whatever, so yeah. Now beyond that, and here's how it is basically Lua defense. They're going to show the basement right here. Beyond that, it's going to be a massive update with lots of stuff to do. I'm looking forward to that aspect of it. But at the same time, it's like, we're getting more Archon shards here and there. The rest of the loot looked underwhelming. The new EDA loot is going to be like, it looked like cosmetics, like decorations and stuff. And 3 new arcanes that have not the best stats, to be honest. I mean, none of those look like something I would run, besides maybe the Heat Proc one. So that's a bit of a bummer that they made new arcanes that don't even feel like they're worth making. We'll see once the new weapons come out. Mercy kills will be easier and stuff like that too. So that's going to be basically it for the video, guys. Let me know how you felt about this dev stream and this overview in the comments down below. We'll do a full overview on the Cora changes and stuff like that in the dev workshop overview tomorrow as well. Appreciate all the support, and you guys have a great weekend, and we'll have this new update on March 19th. See you then. Peace.